right, so we are so excited to have. We'll get to a little story, but owner, founder, entrepreneur, Unlokt. Sorry, not sorry. New concepts coming out. Podcast host, Drew Belcher,
Yahoo!
and full transparency. This is our second time doing this because we fucked up the first time. So he was gracious enough to come back and hang out for a second time.
I had such a blast the first time, and you guys are the best. And God damn it, shout out. You know what? You're not going to throw him on the bus. I'm going to throw Aaron on the bus. Only because I fucking DM'd him to do some work for me, and he fucking ghosted me. So, you know what? I'm going to say that's karma. I'm going to say it's karma, and I'm going to fucking say it's Aaron's fault. The first episode didn't have any audio. That's what you get.
We tried. We had a good time. We had a great conversation, and no one could hear it.
Only nothing but 9 and above beers.
Oh, only bangers
here.
for you, baby.
And I'm back.
We're
That's
back.
why you came for the beer.
I came for the beer, honestly.
That's
I
what
came
he
for the
needed.
fucking beer.
That's what this guy needed is a $6 beer.
That was it, dude. That was it.
Cheap date.
And how many beers make it into the 9 realm?
Yeah. So I've had thousands. My whole like concept is like every beer should be a new beer. Like unless I'm at a bar where they don't have more than like 5 or 6 beers, every beer I have is different.
Really?
Never go back twice unless I have to, and there's nothing else there. So everything's always new. So I haven't counted, but it's definitely over 1,000, and probably 10, 9 and above.
10 out of
Maybe
every
20.
1,000 beers?
I'll go back and check my spreadsheet, but
Now, I follow you on social, obviously, have forever, and you're pretty consistent with the beer consuming.
oh yeah.
Is it an issue, or are you like...
No.
No, that's a thing.
No.
That's the
Frequent,
thing.
but not 1 to 2.
Every night?
5 nights a week.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about the other 2?
Nothing.
Yeah, no, he
Just vagina.
whatever. You said it, not me. No, it's not a problem. We even talked about this the other day. I was like, buddy, maybe you should think about like giving up beer for a little. He's like, fuck no, I'm not giving up beer.
I don't want to.
I'm like, well, it might help, like, because he's like working out 6 days a week, 7 days a week. He's eating better. He's doing all this shit. And I'm like, maybe you should give up beer. He's like, fuck no, I'm not giving up beer. I'm like, well, he's like, I just have one a night. Who fucking cares? I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. Don't give it up. But it's not a problem. See, me, it's a problem. I drink till I'm slammed. Like,
Sure.
I can't just have one.
Yeah.
I have to have 4 or it's not worth it for me.
Yeah, I'm the same.
He can totally just enjoy one beer. I'm like, that's so waste of calories.
Yeah,
But he
I'm
truly
casual.
enjoys it.
Yeah, I like, 4 or 5 beers, and then switch over to a couple nose beers. Who's counting?
I've never had a nose beer before. I gotta
You know
try
what?
one of
I don't
those.
recommend it, but you know what? It's whatever, There's no judgment. It's whatever.
Where do you get it at?
Oh, I don't know. The nose
Not
beer
Speedy
store.
Mart.
The nose beer store. Yeah, not Speedy Mart, God forbid. Which, by the way, why do they have all the best craft beer always in
That's-
town?
I don't know,
wild.
dude. I think the owner just loves it, and he just brings in all the good shit.
Okay,
Have you ever talked to the owner?
No, I
You
should.
really should.
I feel like you
I
should
need a
have like a
brand deal.
deal with Speedy
I
Mart.
know.
Speedy
So are you
Mart.
a strictly
I'm a DM
Speedy
you.
Mart like shopper?
Swear to God, I only buy beer at Speedy Mart.
He does.
Okay.
Unless
I'll-
I'm like at the store and I need like one, and I know I'm like, sure, I'll get a shitty thing from Albertsons. But
Okay,
like,
yes, because Love Lady Brewing,
Oh.
they told me, oh, you can get all of our beers at Speedy Mart. And I was
Yep.
like, what the fuck is a Speedy Mart?
I know, right?
Yep.
They're always
hidden gem.
Yeah, they're always like on the corner, look like they've been lost in the shuffle of everything. It's like a 70s vibe.
Hmm
They even have merch there.
They do have
They
beer
have merch. They
yeah.
have hats and t-shirts and sweatshirts.
Like Speedy Mart merch?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like if I've been saying,
yeah.
have I been sleeping on
It's
Speedy
like a little
Mart?
cartoon
have-
guy pumping gas.
Stop the madness.
I'll get you some Speedy Mart merch.
Hey, fire merch, dude.
I mean,
fire merch.
It's
We'll get
true,
you
though.
with your own line of nose beers.
Fire merch.
I'm still trying to figure out what that is.
You know idea,
Oh, I'm
right?
sorry. That's for the kids listening at home. That's a cocaine reference.
Oh.
Nose beers.
It's even
Wait,
funnier
you didn't know
now.
that?
No, I thought it was something about a vagina and
It could be
their
that
beard
too.
on your...
No, nose beer, not beard.
I thought you said beard.
Beard? Well,
Like
I
a beard.
mean,
Okay, this is why. Hearing.
No,
I'm-
it's
I'm
not a
over-
hearing thing.
It's all the fucking fans in here because there's no
Oh.
air conditioning. So we
Yeah.
really invited you back.
Yeah, we brought him back
welcoming
to our casting couch. It was hot last time. They said they fixed the AC. The AC is not fixed.
it's swamp cooler in effect. We got the fans. My
Yeah.
shorts, by the way,
Your shorts.
fairly aggressive. I don't know if the viewers can see.
I think you're just thigh in the
My thighs are on thigh, and it's
Mhm.
like getting a little moist.
It's,
I don't know.
nice.
I
You
don't
couldn't
know.
be dressed more appropriate for the evening, though.
Well, yeah. My dick is crunched, by the way. I'm like,
You can ease up on your on your PJ home to Miami tonight.
And there it is. You
There
know
you
what I mean?
go.
I'm just out there. You guys like the little 70s
I
shirt?
think you
do.
look great.
I'm trying to
Right.
get Makin to do that.
I can't pull it off though.
I'll give you a little
I
website.
just finished bulking and we're gonna start cutting. And I'll be like you.
I'll give you no.
Cutting.
Honestly, I eat
I'm-
like a complete asshole, to be honest. But I do work
Do
out
you-
every day and do cardio.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
But
Just
people-
cardio?
No, I do gym every
Lifting?
morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Come
So
on.
I get up super
I
early.
don't.
Go
I
to the
know.
gym.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say you look very muscular.
Those thighs don't come with just
Pilates.
business.
Yeah. These
Do you do
thighs just aren't
Pilates?
off the rack. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do I do Pilates?
I mean,
no.
no.
Carolyn does
I
Pilates.
could. You
and
could tell.
I see the goddamn what are they called? The machines that they do?
Oh yeah,
reformer
the
machines?
reformers.
Reformer machine.
Yeah.
God damn, that is something out of like a sex play dungeon.
Yeah.
I don't
Do
know.
you have one in your
I
house?
could
Well,
never
fuck
do it.
no. No. God no.
Always hanging upside down and shit.
I don't know what the fuck it is in Carolyn.
Cool.
Love you. Not the most flexible
Ah,
person in
Really?
the world, and the shit I see her doing, I'm like, that has to hurt. 'Cause
That's
I
crazy.
know she's not
That's
flexible.
tough.
Speaking of Carolyn,
Yeah.
you're married.
Engaged. Yeah,
That's right. Sorry. Have
But
a kid.
similar. Very
Similar.
similar.
I mean,
getting there.
basically. I mean, you've been together 10 years.
10
I feel like
years.
you're basically married.
Yeah, 10 years.
And
Yeah.
I remember. Well, of course, you've already here. So last time you've been together 10 years. That's
Yeah.
a long time to be together.
It is.
And I was asking you, like you said, no therapy.
None.
You guys never fight.
Not really.
And
no.
I just think that's so incredibly amazing that you don't. And when you do fight, what is it over? Like,
Okay,
anything?
so I'm kind of like, so I love to call her out on stupid shit that I know I also do.
yeah,
You know, like if I see like her leaving dishes in the sink, I'll
Yeah.
be like, why the fuck are the dishes in the sink?
Yep.
But I'm going to leave dishes in the
Yeah,
sink like
but
the
it's,
next
it's
day.
okay for you.
Everything's okay for me. But in retrospect, I want to get a little lashes in.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
yeah, we don't really fight, to be honest.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. It's because it's probably because you don't have 4 kids like we do.
Yeah.
We fight like
We would fight regardless, though. I think it's just the personality.
So
thing
you fought
sometimes.
before kids?
Oh yeah,
Okay, so
Yes.
Carolyn and I before kids, nothing.
yeah.
Like the golden, like I hate to be
Oh,
like
how
the
nice.
golden relationship. But now that we've had a kid, Madden's 4, love Madden, shout out Madden.
yeah.
Yep.
But the only time we do fight is because of something like the kid's crying and she's stressed and I'm
Yeah.
stressed, or he's home from school and she's watched him all day,
Yeah.
and I come
Yeah.
home and sneak away
She
to the
wants to-
bathroom and jerk off for 3 minutes, and then want to like get on the computer and watch some YouTube. And she's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And
Yeah.
I'm like, "I just jerked off and I want to watch YouTube."
Yeah. And I want to
You know?
relax now.
Yeah, and she's like, "No, watch
No.
the kid, hang out with the
Come
kid."
watch your son.
Yeah,
I've had him all day.
yeah, exactly.
Kids
And,
are
there-
a whole other
and you
dynamic.
get like when you can tell she's had a bad day, you're like, sure, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, now for sure,
No.
for sure.
It took you a while to
Took you
figure
10
it out.
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
Just
And the
kidding.
thing
4.
is, so Carolyn's a stay-at-home mom,
Mhm.
and by the way, shout out to all the fucking stay-at-home moms.
Mhm.
Like, it's easy for a dude to be like, "Oh, she's just a stay-at-home fucking mom," dude. That is probably the hardest job.
It
Nope.
is,
I
yeah.
could not imagine.
Ain't no way.
Like, I can get away and go out and do shit, go to
Yeah.
meetings, go see businesses, but like her has to be home with like the little fucking rugrat,
Yeah.
the little mini monster
Yep.
all day. It's tough.
It's
dude.
and,
It's
and the
tough.
only person you're communicating with. Like really,
Yeah,
you
sure.
get that social aspect when you go out and you have intelligent conversations. Whereas we're like, no, sorry. Or wait, I don't even know if you're a gentle parent. If she is, you don't say
We'll get
no.
there. We'll get
My
there.
sister doesn't say no.
Okay.
Make
Get
another
there.
choice. Make another. Oh, you don't want this. At my house, we make like literally 4 different lunches. And the other day, my husband was like, "I'm making one fucking lunch, and you're all eating it.
You're
so
all
what do
having
you
chicken
want?"
fingers. Shut up.
You're
What
all
was it?
having chicken fingers.
Fuck.
Chicken-
One kid only eats cheese and crackers.
Yeah.
Our daughter wants like a full charcuterie
Yes.
board. Where is this? Is it locally sourced?
Okay.
This
Yeah.
is Trader Joe's. I said I wanted Sprouts.
Yeah.
Like
She said I wanted Sprouts.
Oh, I mean, yes. She only likes Sprout sushi. She doesn't like sushi from any fancy restaurants.
Nope.
Only Sprout sushi.
How old
Like
is she?
the other kids are
9.
9.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Viv is.
We'll take her to lunch.
Yeah.
I'll take her to some fire
There you
spots.
go.
Yeah, there you
there
go.
you go.
She'll enjoy it. She's definitely a foodie.
Yeah, it's just like I can't. We have fucking 4. I can't. I'm not like your maitre d here, sir. Whatever
Yeah.
you need.
Okay, so we're the same way though. So, and I think it might have been not my fault. I don't know who else's fault it might have been.
Couldn't
But
imagine.
could have been fucking my fault. But Madden is the fucking pickiest eater. He's
Yeah.
the same way. He only eats little chicken nuggets and like some little ketchup bullshit and eggs for breakfast. And honestly, that's about
so
But that's
hard.
simple though, because you just know it's just clockwork. We're
Yeah,
gonna
but
get
yeah,
the
but like
same-
we want to like let him
This
eat
is
some
his
other
dad.
stuff and like
Yeah.
I'm like
You're-
the goddamn food
Yes,
god in the world.
I know,
you know?
right?
Just take the fast pass, dude. It's so much easier.
I know. But at what point does he like miss out on stuff? Because Carolyn, I don't know if you guys know,
Mhm.
Carolyn also has a 16-year-old son
Right.
who lives with us half the week.
Yeah.
Camden, shout out Camden, my dog Camden, in
Your
high
buddy.
school. He's got a girlfriend now too, by the way, which we can get into.
Wow.
I just met her for the first time. A whole other story. I need
Can't
to
wait to hear
backtrack.
it.
I need to backtrack.
Okay.
We'll get there.
I need to backtrack. Camden is also the pickiest fucking eater at 16. He only eats bean and cheese burritos
Yeah.
and like McDonald's, but In-N-Out Burger, he just gets cheese and ketchup. My guy's never experienced goddamn In-N-Out spread
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
in his life. Missing out.
Yeah, I think that's how like our generation grew up though. So I feel I'm not as like I'm immune to it. Like that doesn't bother me because I was the same way. And like as I got older, I got into exploring new things.
Okay.
I feel like most kids didn't most kids growing up like I wasn't eating sushi until
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, but he's not growing up. He's 16. He's
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
an adult, bro. He's
Yeah,
got
he's-
opinions.
yeah. I
By
get
that age, your palate has evolved.
it. Yeah.
Like even Dominic is now eating spicy food and
Sure.
seafood and shit like that. He's 11. I get it. So what do? You just appease him,
Yeah, I don't
or
do
do you
shit.
when you go out to dinner? Do you not even take him,
No, he's
or do you only
Stay
go
the
to
fuck
Mexican
home.
restaurants?
Chicken fingers,
So,
please.
so Mexican restaurant, easy. Bean and cheese burrito.
Yeah.
Any other restaurant, just a cheeseburger with ketchup. Or if it's Madden, just chicken nuggets, chicken
yeah, they
fingers
all
for
like
sure.
the chicken
That's it, and
nuggets.
fries, and that's
The
it.
fuck?
Which it's probably even harder for you as foodie dad, going to all these places, all your clients. Hey, this new place is opened up. Let's go try it. Chicken fingers, cheeseburger.
Yeah. So like all like new cool restaurants, I don't take the family.
Yeah,
I'll
smart.
just go. As wild as that sounds, I don't take the fuck
I'm
trophies.
gonna enjoy it.
You know what I mean?
Fuck trophies.
I don't take the fuck
Never
trophies.
heard that. That's
I'll
good.
just go by. Oh yeah, fuck trophies.
That's
You
a
guys
good
have
one.
4 fuck trophies.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's dedication, dude.
Bro, we're fucking.
You
We're
guys are
Jay,
like,
LeBron, and me.
you're the fucking Yankees in the late '90s, 2000s, dude. Just running it,
Derek
dude.
Jeter
The
right here.
goddamn Bronx Bombers over here, dude.
Mhm.
Just
Your Mariah Carey, Cameron Diaz, all of them.
the
I
Captain
wish,
Cream Pie,
no.
dude, over here just popping them out.
Captain
You guys over here. I fucking love
The
that.
captain.
Hey, Aaron's over here laughing. He's making
The hat
me
tip.
laugh. Fuck, okay. Oh my god.
Yeah, no, you have good sperm.
Good fuck trophies.
Good fuck
Good
trophies.
fuck trophies.
But yeah, so like going out to eat, it's always kind of like a thing. And then Madden needs his iPad. Did you guys do that when they were little?
Yeah.
We're very
unfortunately.
judgmental over people that before we were parents.
So was I.
Oh, it's like
so was
we are
fucking I.
never. I
We
was at
all
Vintner
were.
Grill. I was at Vintner Grill, and I was with him, and there was a little kid in the booth with the
Nice
iPad.
restaurant for the kids listening at home.
Lo-
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Nice restaurant.
That's why I proposed that.
Yeah.
And it was my favorite place. And we walked by, and it wasn't an iPad. It was the DVD player that opens.
Even worse.
And I was
Whoa.
like, we are never fucking doing that ever. We're never gonna fucking do that. And I tried. I would bring a restaurant bag with fucking Play-Doh, colored pencils,
Play-Doh?
paint, all kinds of
She
shit.
brought
I tried.
everything from Michael's in a fucking
Yeah,
bag.
dominant. I tried. And then now we're like, okay, Dean, get your phone. Leo, get your phone. Viv, here,
Yep.
get your iPad and phone. Because if one dies, we need a backup. And then
And the external charger.
and the
'cause
external
you forgot
charger.
to
Don't
charge it
forget
again.
shit. We're gonna have a peaceful fucking dinner tonight. Everybody get on your devices.
Yep.
Dude, we're the same way. Like, and my dad, who's old school, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
Papa fucking Belcher.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you guys let him have the fucking fun. I'm like, Pop, I don't want him to fucking scream.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get through this with everybody alive.
I'm trying to hang out. I don't want the server to feel awkward. I don't want us to start fighting. I don't want Madden fucking.
I know. It really is wonderful. It's the
Here's-
TV for us.
Here's fucking Bluey, dude. Shut the
Yep.
fuck
Yeah.
up. You know what I mean?
Enjoy.
Shut the
Learn
fuck up.
something.
Go sit with the babysitter.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
I was convinced that the twins learned how to talk from
Bluey.
like kids too.
Oh yeah.
I was
If you
like,
could take it back though, would you?
he's not old enough yet. He's
yeah.
only
So
4.
you haven't seen the negative side effects of it yet.
Yeah, we
well,
fucked
well,
up.
so kinda. So I've been in Camden, our 16-year-old,
There you go. Yeah.
her 16-year-old, since he was 5.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, and he was kind of raised in the digital age as well.
Yep.
And, you know, these kids nowadays, like he's 16, could be a wild stud. He's like 6'3", long hair, like built,
Yep.
and he just plays video games all day and like on his phone. Like
Yeah.
the interpersonal communication skills aren't really there, I can see for sure. But he's the greatest kid. It's
Yeah.
like, could I trade it off and have him be like me when I was 16? Fuck no.
Right.
Like out there, like
Saying-
sneaking out, smoking weed, like
Saying way too
fucking
much.
girls, like dumb shit. You know what I mean? You don't want kids doing that at 16. Don't be me at
Yeah,
16.
no.
You know?
Yeah.
It's funny.
I mean, yeah, those are like the negatives of our era, but like I just think that at some point, like them in the more so like the social media,
Sure.
maybe not the devices themselves and watching a ton of YouTube because we were sat in front of TVs and that's the
Right.
same
Right.
idea.
Right.
But
Yeah.
like the comparing themselves, the likes, that whole.
Oh, is
part
he
of-
on social media? Oh, he's got to be 16.
Well, yeah, he is,
Yeah.
but I don't think he's like super active.
That's
Right.
good. Yeah.
Like he doesn't post content. I think he
Yeah.
has like one.
Mhm.
What do the kids call him, a burner account? Just to
Yeah.
like peep on shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Shout out me, burner account.
Snapchat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's.
So I don't know, but is it
Yeah.
bad? Like, is it like social media? Like
I
a
don't know.
I think in the long run, it's going to be bad. For
I
sure.
think it is,
Okay.
but you know what? We're surviving, so fuck everyone. Like
Yeah.
really, it's we do the best we can. I feel like Dom was a really great example of like I was just a teacher, just out of school. I used all of my knowledge on him, Montessori shit, all this stuff.
Sure.
He started talking at like 8 months old.
What?
Oh yeah, like just like 2-word sentences, and then by when he was 1, he was saying 4 and 5-word sentences. He was my child
Like
that
a
I like
prodigy.
poured everything into.
Yeah.
Then I had Vivian. Then we
You
kind of
have
got
two kids,
lazy.
you get lazy.
And
You
then
gotta-
Dean and Leo are
survival
basically
mode.
yeah. When Dean and Leo when they started crawling, I was like, okay, whatever. But as soon as they started walking, I'm not joking you. I pushed them down. I
crawl
was
to
like,
the iPad.
I'm like,
Here it
no,
is.
no. I pushed him down and was like, we're not fucking walking yet. Sit down. I'm not ready for this shit because it's a lot.
It's
It's
a
a
lot,
lot to
dude.
juggle. And I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I worked the first year, but after that, I was like, buddy, I don't care if we live on fucking ramen. I want to stay home with the kids. I want to raise them. That's what I want to do.
It's huge, to be honest.
It is. It's
Yeah.
a big deal, but it's like to your point, it is not fucking easy because you are tapped out. When he gets home, now he works from home, but when he would get home from work, I'm like, I'm leaving. I don't want to talk. I don't want to look at anyone. Leave me the fuck alone. Goodbye. And if he even had to pee, I was like, are you fucking
Are
serious?
you fucking leaving to piss?
Piss in the bush outside before you get in the fucking house.
Take the kids
Don't
with
do
you
that
to go
here.
fucking piss.
Let him
Yeah.
stand. Teach
What
him
you
how to use
doing,
the
dude?
potty.
The parks have bathrooms. Take them there.
Yeah.
Yeah, take him to the fucking park.
Yep.
Take him to the
It
fucking
is
park.
hard. It is hard, and it's very. I get it. I get why Carolyn gets that way though. It's hard.
I'm dreading the summer.
I know summer's gonna be
It's
shit.
going to be hotter than
But-
it is in this room, and they're all going to be inside, and they're all going to be just climbing up our trees, just ready to.
Yeah.
Uh,
You grew up here though.
Yeah, born and raised.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you went
never
to
left.
what high school?
So I
again?
went to Cheyenne High School.
Yeah.
Shout out motherfucking Northtown, Cheyenne High School, the fucking hood.
ooh.
It was wildly urban.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was very into the urban culture in high school.
Love
Yeah.
that.
Big oversized jerseys, like
FUBU,
Fabulous was my
Talties.
favorite.
This
no,
is him.
I Talties
That
for
was
sure.
my favorite
Never
graphic
never
era.
wore FUBU.
Oh.
Fabulous was like the hot thing at the moment.
Yes.
Like shout out fucking Cheyenne High School.
Or a
Yes.
tall tee.
Dude, you know what? I I used to wear make my own clothes and shit with like paint and shit. It was
Are
weird.
you serious?
Yeah, and like wear like I used to wear like bandanas and shit and like fitted hats.
Oh my god, I would die
And then
for
you
a
went-
picture.
and then
I
you
would
went
die.
to UNLV, became a fight out, and kept the bandanas.
You know, I never wore the
Just lost the
I
shirt.
never wore the bandana in college.
No, never?
Not my thing. No. Even though I was part of that whole little family and stuff, I never wore the bandana in college. It's just
Well-
not my thing. And the bandanas had their run in
Oh, yeah.
college. Jesus Christ,
yeah.
bro.
That's what got those dudes laid with the bandanas.
They use them as a bow around their dicks.
Oh,
A
maybe.
little bow around their dick, you know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
it. Just a nice little cock present, dude. A nice little peekaboo present just for you.
Oh, so pretty.
That's all
When
it is.
did you start like realizing that you wanted to be like? Didn't you started off like doing just content on social media?
Yeah, yeah,
started
no,
an
no,
app,
no, yeah,
correct?
yeah. So, okay,
I
so
mean,
like,
I kinda
are we
wanna
talking about
get
like the
into
whole
that.
like Unlocked story?
I mean, Unlocked and Mackin really is
Unlock
pissed.
the
He
unlock
wanted.
story.
Yeah, so I'll unlock the Unlocked story.
There you go.
So yeah, so wow, so
I know. Sorry.
it originally started as an iPhone app, which
Yeah.
a lot of people don't know.
I had
Now, the idea 10 years ago, phenomenal, because I feel like
Mhm.
some people are trying to do it now. It's not going to work, and I'll get to that
Mm-hmm.
in a second. But the idea we had back in 2012 when we had the idea of launching an app. By the way, I went to school for finance, got my degrees in finance. My partner at the time got her PhD. Like we knew nothing about like computer science, writing computer code, none of that shit. So we had this idea for an iPhone app. Like, oh, let's launch a fucking iPhone app. That's cool. How do we fucking do that?
Right.
You know, Googled, asked some friends, found some like consulting
in Russia.
companies and some developers. Wildly expensive to launch an
Yeah.
iPhone app, by the way. I don't recommend it. But we were like, man, like Google sucked. We were traveling a lot of places, going to LA all the time. Like Yelp was just a whole bunch of noise. Like I didn't want to read John's 4-paragraph review of like Sam's Diner of him couldn't find a parking spot and the straw wrapper on the ground. And blah, blah. I was like, dude, is the food good? Is it a cool spot?
Yeah,
That's all we wanted to know. Google sucked. So we're like, man, why isn't there like a platform curated from a local's perspective of just awesome, amazing spots loved and endorsed by locals that live in those cities?
Yeah.
Didn't exist. So I was like, oh, yeah, let's launch a fucking app, and, like, that'll be the premise of it. Cool. So we did that, and we just started posting on Instagram of, like, cool spots that we were featuring. The engagement started taking off because it was mostly food, obviously. Food on social media is wildly, wildly engaging. So the following and likes starting to grow. Meanwhile, we're all trying to, like, funnel people to download the app. This is, like, the height of Instagram as well when it first launched.
Yeah.
So the Instagram following started to grow. The app's download started to grow. The app was amazing. It was extremely informative. It just wasn't social for users. So it told you all these amazing local spots, like cool happy hours, cool events, all in real time too.
Right.
So like we gave businesses like their own profile. They could upload like content. It was really fucking cool. Again, way ahead of its time.
Yeah, totally.
Way ahead of its time.
This
like
was what? How long?
10 years?
10 years ago? 12.
12 years ago?
You said
Yeah.
2012.
Yeah. So if you launch this now, be wildly successful. But TikTok and Instagram already has all these features.
Yeah.
So, you know, so like if we would have made it social for users to where like they could make like their own lists. And so say you're going to San Diego and you want to follow a cool influencer or celebrity in San Diego, you could look up their profile, see all their cool lists of amazing coffee shops, cool date night spots.
Yeah.
Where to get a blowjob in the park.
Yeah.
You know, like dumb shit, you know?
You could call that.
Yeah, get a little blowjobs in the park, you know,
Never
blowies
know.
in the park.
Something for everyone here.
Something for everyone, you know? And so that was like the premise of the app. But then Instagram started taking off because we were posting mostly food. And then so restaurants started reaching out to us and like, oh my God, like, would you like to come in and feature our burger and we'll give it to you for free? And I was like,
yes, I want a free burger.
Fuck yes, I want a free burger. I'm never paying for food again. I fucking made it.
Yeah.
And then as that continued to grow and the following grew even more, then those same restaurants would reach out a couple months later and say, hey, this is before like influencers, before anything really, before paid social was a thing, before ads were a thing, before video on social was a thing. Hey, would you like to come take a picture and post that burger again and we'll pay you $200? And I was like, I'm fucking loaded. I'm wildly rich now. Yes, I'll come do that. I want my $200.
Free food and $200.
Yeah, and I think Unlokt at the time had like 10,000 followers, which was like a lot.
That's a lot.
Which was a lot. And so that's how it kind of grew. And then it just grew and grew and grew. And then we launched an agency off the leverage of the Instagram. Where we retain dozens and dozens of clients in town, restaurant clients only, and take all of their content, run their socials, and build their brands the way we've built all the Unlocked brands over these years. And then that got me into launching my own concepts.
Bang,
so that's like the cool elevator pitch of how Unlocked started.
So, but it was just an idea, and then you just followed through. Basically, you
executed.
Yeah, like you had this idea, and you were like, okay, let's do it. It wasn't like something you like, because obviously your degree's in accounting. Financing.
Yeah.
So
same shit for you.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
It's all bullshit. College is a wild hustle, by the way.
Mackins.
It won't even be a thing when our kids.
I hope so too.
It won't even be a thing, dude. Unless you're being like a doctor, lawyer, etc. That's a whole nother like conversation.
Yeah, I believe the same thing.
But okay, so even before that, like, what were you doing?
Oh, so
like
as soon as I turned 21 years old,
yeah,
I got.
I know where this is going.
I got a job at Web Republic.
Yep,
obviously, a server assistant. I was fucking wildly jacked and big douchebag. Obviously, you guys knew me in college. Big fucking douchebag.
Yeah, but you always hooked everybody up. You were nice.
Oh yeah. So, wildly nice.
If we knew you, I remember the girls whenever when we went to Wet Republic, the one time I went.
Yeah.
Because I was very uncomfortable.
For sure.
I was like, I can't do this.
It's a weird scene for sure.
I can't. But you like ran it. Like you had to. That was chaos.
And it's cool. But so that's where I got my job at 21. I was like, I'm making all this fucking money.
Yeah.
Blew it all, by the way. So
like literally?
Every penny.
No. Every fucking. Well, so back in the day when I was 21, making $80,000 cash in a summertime.
Fucking
and this was
wild.
Back then. It was cash.
Right.
So for like $80,000 in
Is that
6
tips?
months. Yeah. Yeah, all tips. It was all tips.
How do you walk away from that?
It was also well, I'll get into that. It was also a union job, so you get great culinary benefits.
Yeah.
You're getting a good paycheck. You're making like at the time 18 an hour, which was a lot back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Beautiful women.
beautiful women.
Like,
everyone's
literally,
fucking all the
People
waitresses.
want to, they'll suck your dick to get a table and a bottle.
Like it's nothing. You know?
Not that it happened.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Not that it happened.
You know?
We don't want any
I heard.
HR issues.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
But yeah, so that's where I got my first job. I worked there for maybe 4 summers. Had a blast, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
Nino.
didn't have any bills. I was
Who
living
wouldn't?
at home. I was in college. And then left that and then went to XS nightclub.
Yep.
We first started out at Tris nightclub because you first had to start out at Tris and then go over to XS.
Transition.
At the
Mhm.
transition, yeah. Tris was amazing, beautiful nightclub. Obviously, the goal is to end up at the Win and Encore in the industry,
Mhm.
especially back then when we had all the crazy wild DJs.
Yeah.
And back then, like making like as a server assistant, a dude making like $600, $700, $800 every single night was like just casual.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and then the
to
girls
me.
Like
made
it.
3 times what we made.
Yeah.
Right.
So, and then so as I worked at Tris and XS, I was at Tris for maybe 2 years,
Okay.
and then being there so long, it's based off of seniority. So
Mhm.
like you get moved over to XS finally, but then you can still work Trist Thursdays, which were the busy nights.
Okay.
So I was at Trist on Thursdays, like one of the cool dudes,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
seasoned, like
Of course.
the buff guy.
Yeah.
veteran.
And then Carolyn walked in the door.
Bang.
Carolyn, the love of my life. By the way, love of my life.
Yeah.
You guys have been together forever, but you guys haven't really had a ton of other relationships, right?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No.
So obviously, I had many other
Yeah.
girlfriends.
You had a lot
before Carolyn.
to choose from.
I had
Uh-huh.
thrown around the "I love you" many times before Carolyn.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That wasn't love.
Wow.
No, the way like I treated those girls in the past, that
Sure.
wasn't love. I never loved them.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
This is love. This is real love.
And it's because she didn't give a shit about you.
Yes. And here's the and here's the
Because
story
she
about
was
me.
like,
God
fuck
fucking
this
damn it.
guy
Yeah.
and his fucking blonde hair and his cocky attitude
Yeah.
and his waffle cone dick. He can get out of here.
Just smells so good. You
So
know?
pretty.
Like, goddamn it.
Smells like ice
You
cream.
walk in the room, it's just goddamn
It's
French
just
vanilla, dude.
Vanilla and
What-
deliciousness.
Could be worse
pretty.
things to smell
Dude,
like.
do you
though.
work
Like-
at an ice cream shop? Funny
Maybe.
story, you wouldn't
Funny
believe.
story.
Yeah.
You should see what my
Um,
balls taste like. Just kidding.
That's it.
Joking.
That's it. Allegedly. So Carolyn came on as a seasonal, is what they're called.
Yeah.
First day she walked in, obviously we're all lined up at the thing. All the seasoned guys are there. They come in and clock in, and like I think we had just met. Like obviously they introduce all the new people real quick, and it's just like a kind of a hi, Drew
Right.
thing,
Yeah.
not like a conversation. And then I was immediately drawn to her. You can't. I don't believe in the whole like love at first sight thing.
Yep.
That's like that's fake. I don't care. But obviously I was drawn to her.
Yeah.
Sure.
For obviously just
Immediate.
physical appearance.
Yep.
And then so the girls have to train a couple nights with the girls. And then on her first night training, it's hectic. It's busy. It's like a Thursday at Trist, which is wildly slammed. And she's like kind of flustered, going through like stuff, getting trained by one of the lead waitresses. And I just walk up to her. I don't really see that she's flustered, obviously, because I don't know her.
Mhm.
But now knowing her, I'm like, yeah, she was fucking
Right.
flustered.
Yeah.
And I walk up to her and I say, you know, so are you going to be my girlfriend or what?
Mhm.
And she looks at
Oh.
me, doesn't say anything, doesn't say yes, doesn't say no, but just kind of like looks at me. And I'm like, oh
I'm trying
no.
to figure out this POS system.
Yeah. And then like, I think the lead waitress was like, Drew, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God. And so I like walk away, but she didn't say yes. She didn't say no.
She just looked at you.
So that's
So you're
like,
saying there's
You're
that's
like,
that's a green light in my book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and on the last day of the girls' training, it's like
Mhm.
4 days in a row. The last day, she trains with like a server assistant. So
Mhm.
I got to
Like,
train her.
I got her.
Yeah, I got to train her.
Mhm.
And like we just hit it off, talked, like had a great fucking night, just kind of vibed the whole night. And then we leave. It's like, whatever. And then I get this text, like maybe, I don't know, a couple hours later. And she was like, it was a random number and saying something like, oh my God, it was so nice working with you or something. And I was like, who is this? And she's like, oh, it's Carolyn. I was like, oh my God, how did you get my number, you creep? And then she was like, oh, from the board where we have all our numbers posted. Obviously, the
I need
employee
to fact
board.
check this with Carolyn.
Yeah, you know, she
I'm gonna
won't
fact
deny
check.
it. She won't deny it.
Can we call a friend?
We can phone a friend. We can phone a friend. It's all real. I swear.
Okay.
I've told the story once, maybe.
So she got your number off a board.
Text me out of
Text you.
nowhere. Text
Okay.
me. Hit me up. By
Uh-huh.
the way, I was already gonna absolutely pursue
Yeah.
this girl.
100%.
1,000.
You're
Yeah.
about to hit send.
1,000 to fucking percent. And then yeah, we just kind of hit it off. And then I didn't see her because I worked at XS the whole weekend, and she was still at Trist training.
Yeah.
And then she asked me like to watch her dog, which was weird, which was wildly
Weird
weird,
flex.
by the way. Weird flex, but I was like, yeah, I'll watch your dog.
Whatever
Obviously.
you need.
Whatever
I'll
you
watch whatever
fucking,
the fuck you
I'll do
want.
whatever you want, to be honest. I'll watch whatever you want. So she left me with her dog for like the weekend while she went out of town with
Wow.
her girlfriends. I'm like, wow, is this bitch going out of town with some other dude?
That is
Yeah.
that
But-
is a lot.
Yeah.
But that's a lot to ask of somebody, and you said yes. I would never picture someone like you to say yes to something like that.
Yeah, I watched her dog and fell in love with her dog. Her dog's
Oh
Butter.
my
Butter's
God,
still
how
with us.
funny.
He's
Shout out to
10
Butter.
years old.
That's
Shout out to Butter.
amazing.
And then
Great name for a dog.
we just started talking, obviously every day, sending pictures, doing the whole flirtatious shit,
Oh,
and never stopped talking after that.
that's so cute.
Bang.
And now we got a fuck trophy later.
Yeah,
and
fuck trophy. I think that needs to be the title of this episode.
fuck
I
trophies.
can't wait to just
Nose
use
beers
that
and fuck
in
trophies, dude.
everyday life
That's how
now.
he started with me. He said, "Are you gonna be my girlfriend?"
Yeah. You're
I was
still a
like-
girlfriend in my phone.
It
It's-
was,
Out of
he's
nowhere?
still boyfriend. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, it was MySpace.
Okay. Oh, I loved MySpace. Shout out to MySpace.
Yeah, it was
see?
MySpace. I still have the
We
like.
didn't deserve MySpace, dude.
No,
see?
it
we
was-
fuck everything
It
up.
had
it's
its
coming
moment.
back though. I hear.
No, but we all my friends in high school, because I wasn't really involved in Greek life at all.
Okay.
I went to school and went home. That was my thing. He was so involved. He was like the fuck boy. He would like found boys, brought them in. That was your job
Mhm.
to like reel them in. And all my friends knew Mac, and they're like, "You got to meet Mac, and he's so great." I'm like, "Cool." And like, I'm not like I wasn't fucking reeling in the men. Let's just be honest here. But I was like, "Cool, whatever. Mackin's cool." So I had met him a few times, but I didn't know he was Mackin. Right? I didn't know who. First of all, I didn't even know his first name until 6 months after we were dating.
Stop.
My mom-
Still don't.
My mom called him Malcolm for a long time.
Malcolm
Yeah.
Shout
Mackin?
out to Malcolm.
She thought his name was Malcolm.
Kind of has a nice ring to it.
Yeah. And then MySpace, I was babysitting one night and he wrote to me on MySpace, like, "Hey, girlfriend, are you coming to the party tonight?" or whatever. And I was like, "I'm coming." It was like 3 a.m. when I got there. There was porn on TV. I'll never forget it.
There was porn on TV?
It was
On
a weird
TV.
point of the night.
What a fucking party.
It was.
I love that.
You would understand
Shout
this.
out.
It was the end of a bid day party. that
Yeah. Oh,
wound
bid day
down.
party? The best.
It was like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Everybody had left except for the people who were passed out, the people who were fucking, and the sober brother.
Yeah. You were the sober brother?
I had to be that
That
night
makes
for some
sense.
reason. Yeah.
But like 3 of the girls you were like talking to were there that
Yes.
night.
you
That was
invited
very
all
weird.
three?
Oh,
No, it was a bid day party, so they were all there. They were just
but he
there.
was talking to all 3.
I was. But
But
number
then
4 walked in.
Then
and
I walked in and he asked for my number and he texted me, and ever since then
I said, if you're going to be my girlfriend, I'm going to
I
need,
need
your
your
phone
number. Yeah.
That is so
And
good.
not and like, you know, and then it was so easy to love him.
sure.
so
sure.
easy.
Lovable
Like,
guy.
Yeah, I feel like when you know, it's just easy. Like, and same thing with him. Like, I never had to like question, like, should I text him? Should I not? It was like, I'm going to fucking text him when I feel like it.
Still do. Boom, boom, boom,
All day.
boom, 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 boom.
Especially in Greek life in college, when we were in it at least, obviously all the fraternities had like their own cliques.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And like they only dealt with like their own clique and maybe like 1 or 2 other fraternities, and then that was it.
Mhm.
You were always the kind of the guy that was just like cool with everyone.
Dude,
Yeah,
I
he
was
was.
all about
Everyone.
I
Everyone.
went to every Monday night Prive. happy hour.
Everyone. Shout out to Prive,
I
dude.
was
That
on
was-
Mike,
those were
J and
the
H. Oh my
Mike
God.
and Jared's nuts every week.
We were
Ooh.
there, right, too. So the
Yeah.
first hour we drank free. It was
Why not?
amazing.
Yeah, it's
It
free.
was amazing.
Give me my cocktail,
What a time
God
to
damn
be
it.
Give me my
alive.
cocktail. It was all cranberry juice.
Can you imagine going to college in Las Vegas?
You know what? It is pretty fucking wild if you think about it.
If you think
I
about
remember one night going from studying in the library, which was a very rare
it. Shout out Lead Library.
But I think it was probably because we had a late intramural game, studied intramurals straight to Prive, no shower.
Ew.
Straight.
Gross.
Like, put on my dress shirt after softball.
That's
Was this with
aggressive.
me?
That's aggressive. I like that.
Probably.
Ew.
I like that.
Maybe it was just, no, it was probably just, before, I don't know. No, it had to have been because I was 21.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Straight to Prive. Open bar starts at 10. You got to be there on time or whatever it is.
I don't remember leaving that nightclub ever. I don't remember. I remember a long hallway. It's
Yeah.
like a long walk
With-
It's a long exit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Leaving
You had to
Prive.
go
Yeah,
out the
yeah.
back way.
and an escalator at some
Yeah,
point.
big escalator.
No shoes.
Aaron remembers.
Fuck it. Yeah, no shoes. Why wear shoes?
No shoes. Oh
Overrated,
my
dude.
God, the days. Yeah, I'm kind of nervous with my kids growing up here.
Yeah, they'll be all right.
They'll be fine.
Look how
They'll
good
be
he
fine.
turned out.
But wait, this is one thing Makin was like, I'm so fucking mad. I didn't ask him about his podcast because
Oh, last time.
he used to listen.
Okay.
That was #1 fanboy.
Yeah, we could talk about it. Yeah.
Go ahead, buddy. Here's your moment.
Residency
I
podcast.
set you up.
You and the homies, you were killing it for years.
Wildly killing it, dude.
Killing
Yeah.
it. Major deals.
Yeah.
Blew up. Went to Mandalay Bay.
Yep.
Talk about it a little bit.
Yeah. So right before COVID hit, my good friend Jeff had an idea, hit me up. He was like, hey, man, I want to launch a podcast. And I was like, okay, do you know how to launch a podcast? He's like, not really, but would you be down to do it like me? And I think we need another co-host. I was like, okay, who do you have in mind? He's like, my boy Lo. I didn't know Lo at the time.
Wow.
So we all sat down, vibed with Lo. Lo was a fucking amazing dude. Jeff at the time was an executive at Hakkasan Group and then also launched a whiskey company, Ambrose Banana Whiskey. So he had like this huge distillery where he like made all the whiskey and shit. Super fucking cool. Lo at the time was an executive at Venetian and Palazzo, running all of the nightlife, all the food and beverage restaurants, and the lounges. And then I just had Unlokt, the agency Unlokt.
Yeah. Just that.
Yeah, just that.
Just that little thing.
It was
That's like a little trifecta of different areas, though.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
For sure. And then, okay, so like, what is it going to, what's the premise? Like, I obviously, I had an idea for like a food and beverage podcast, but who knows if you're going to stick with it. The benefit of having 3 different co-hosts is you hold each other accountable.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, hey, we're going to have an episode every single week. Drew's going to do the editing. I'm going to focus on guests. Lowe's going to work on sponsorships. Like, it kind of holds everyone accountable to where we all get it done. Like, I knew every Tuesday we had an episode coming out, how to get edited, audio, video, all of that other shit.
Did you do it yourself?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I did all the editing, all the social clips, the audio, YouTube, the
Amazing.
cover photos, nightmare. I learned it all. We learned it all.
Yeah.
Before AI too, so you actually had
Before
to do it
all of that shit.
You had to be really witty.
Yeah. So we launched the residency right before COVID hit, and then like 2 weeks later, COVID hit. So we couldn't do any more guests.
Okay.
I think we did like 6 episodes, and then COVID hit. So we were doing like giveaways and like kind of building everything, and COVID kind of started dying down, and we started filming again, and it just took off. Like, we were getting big, huge guests because of our personal relationships. And meantime, we were filming at Jeff's studio, his office, pretty much. So we built a little podcast studio in his warehouse where he makes all the whiskey. And then the download just started popping off.
Wow.
Obviously, during COVID, people were just listening to the podcasts.
Yeah.
The clips were popping off on social media. And then one of Jeff's really good friends, who obviously follows Jeff, who is an executive at Mandalay Bay, literally the vice president at Mandalay Bay, was like, hey, like, what's like the goal with this? Do you guys want to do something with this? And Jeff was like, I mean, yeah, like, we should like do this at Mandalay Bay.
Yeah.
And Taylor, shout out Taylor, who fucking just moved to New York City because he works for Fanatics now, executive there. Yeah.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah, went there, toured Mandalay Bay. He loved the idea. And he's like, okay, like, what can we do to make this happen? At the time, I'll say it now, we didn't know what the fuck we were doing. We just kind of...
a finesse.
The biggest finesse in all of history. We threw out a number for them to pay us per month. They agreed, idiots. And then they built us out a studio at the Mandalay Bay.
That's crazy.
Which, by the way, in retrospect, the number we threw out for them with the gaming budgets and marketing budgets, pennies. Dude.
Yeah.
Like, they were like, okay, yeah, sure. Anything else?
Yeah.
Like,
Wow.
like a couple grand in food and beverage. Like, obviously.
Sure.
Like, sweets and for our guests. Like, yeah,
Wow.
okay. Like, anything else?
Right.
No, I can't think of anything, So we signed a deal with Mandalay Bay MGM Resorts. We filmed at Mandalay Bay for over 2 years, over 100 episodes, tons of huge guests, everyone from fucking reality stars to
Who was your
Gary
favorite?
Vee. Well, okay, so
Or most memorable, I guess I could say.
there's a bunch. I guess the biggest guest that we probably ever had with obviously Gary Vee, in my opinion. However, the lowest performing episode we've ever had
Really?
was Gary Vee.
Because he does it all the time.
Yeah,
You were
'cause
just another one.
he just puts out so much content. People just kind of get tired of it.
Saturated.
The
Yeah.
biggest performing episodes we've ever had are some of the UFC fighters and then just random big TikTokers and reality
yeah.
stars. Like Johnny Bananas from the real
Yeah.
world. His episode is probably one of the highest performing episodes
Really?
out of all of them.
Interesting. Never
But is it
would've
what you
guessed.
were talking about, or is it just because him?
Probably just him, like the
Really?
rabid fan bases.
Yeah.
And then, do you guys know the guy on TikTok, Daniel Mack? Like,
Yeah.
oh, so what do you do for a living? The guy with the cars and shit.
Yeah.
That's
Him. Before he
Did that.
really popped off, we had him on the residency.
Wow.
Yep.
One of the highest performing podcasts we've ever had.
Wow.
So, obviously, we're at Mandalay Bay. And then MGM Resorts buys Cosmopolitan, takes over operations for Cosmo. We have an idea, like, oh my God, it'd be so sick to like move over to the Cosmo because no one wants to be in a Mandalay Bay.
Yeah.
It's like, it was cool. The deal's
Vibes are
good.
better over there.
Yeah, vibes are way better there. We can get bigger and better guests.
Yep. Yeah.
Obviously, doper sweets, doper food and beverage stuff. So we're like, man, let's just fucking pitch like, hey, like, we should move over to the fucking Cosmo. Pitched. threw out a higher number.
Yeah.
They agreed. Idiots.
I think we're missing the
By the
point.
way, nobody gets podcast deals on Las Vegas Boulevard.
Nobody.
Yeah,
let alone
no,
podcast
no.
deals
You're
in
literally
general.
the only one.
Unless you're like Joe Rogan or Call Her Daddy that sign like the Spotify deals.
Right.
No
Yeah.
one gets paid for their podcast.
Yeah,
Right.
no, it's like a show. Like it's
Yeah, yeah,
literally like paying an entertainer
Exactly.
to
Yes.
occupy a space, and they're not even bringing in revenue. They are, but not the same as a crowd that would come in and gamble like
Exactly.
when they're done.
Right.
No, they're not bringing in a crowd at all.
Yeah,
But yeah,
At all.
at all.
zero.
But again, we had a very successful podcast, like
Yeah.
top 50 in the country, which is fucking crazy.
That is crazy.
Huge numbers, tequila sponsors, other sponsors. Like we were making a pretty good amount for pretty much just talking shit on
Yeah.
microphones.
Right.
So we signed the deal with the Cosmo, and then Taylor, the executive
The
from
plug.
Mandalay Bay, also moved to Cosmo and took over vice presidency at the Cosmo.
Wow.
Then he left like a month later and went to DraftKings in New York City. That wasn't really going to cause any effect with us. But then Jeff got a new job. Lowe started opening up all these restaurants. I got wildly busy with Sorry Not Sorry and all the restaurants. And then it became wildly hard to get big name guests. Like we had like hit our potential to get big name guests, which is what really Cosmo was paying us for.
Yeah.
They just didn't want us to just film an episode. We can film episodes from wherever. They
Right.
wanted us to
That's who
continue
you brought
bringing
in.
those big guests
Yeah.
at their property to
They want to see the
dine,
big guest.
at their
Yeah.
property to stay, all of that shit.
Right.
And it became really hard. So we even hired a talent agency for like the first 2 months, paid them like $7,000 a month.
Yeah.
And they couldn't even get guests.
Wow.
You know, so getting guests like remote podcasts, like where you do the Zoom in
Yep.
podcast,
Yeah, yeah.
very easy. You can get
Yes.
fucking whoever
Totally.
you want.
In person.
But
no way.
in-person guests with everyone's schedules, so
Yeah.
fucking hard.
I would imagine.
And then because it's not our personal relationships anymore, these bigger guests, like they started wanting to get paid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, which we were down to do because we were making a lot. We're
Yeah.
like, okay, well, what do you want? Someone were like,
Yeah.
oh, 25 grand. I'm like, bro, fuck you.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
No way. Like we're a big podcast too, you know?
Yeah.
And it just became so much. Week after week went by. Cosmo's checking in, what's going on. And then I think
Yeah.
at the time it's probably on a permanent pause. At least the Cosmo thing. But I
Yeah.
mean, we should probably bring it back at some
You should.
capacity.
And now that you guys
Back.
can
Oh.
do, now that you guys
The-
can do it virtually too, like.
I don't know. I think that the
No.
in-person's the way to
No?
go.
Yeah. 100%.
But aren't they in New York?
No. So Taylor moved to New York. Jeff's still here.
Okay.
Taylor was the guy who like signed off
he
on
signed
everything
you guys.
as the
Sorry.
executive.
I know. Okay.
Yeah,
Remember,
yeah.
You were the listener, and like
You're good.
this.
No,
was,
you're good. You're good. Yeah, it's like a weird story to kind of follow because again, this never happens.
Right.
Yeah.
Like this doesn't. You
That's
don't
crazy.
sign a fucking podcast deal at the
No.
biggest operator on the strip, and they're paying you an astronomical amount of money.
I mean, I feel like
Become
you're
part
starting
of
to
Deserve,
like.
like a Guinness Book of World Records.
Well, honestly, the biggest smoke and mirrors finesse of all time, if I'm being honest.
Do we
I-
need to lean in?
I wouldn't say it's smoke and mirrors. It's a
No,
finesse.
again.
You guys killed it. Though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
he
again,
was
they
very-
saw value. The clips went
Yeah.
fucking viral.
Very
Their
entertaining.
logos are plastered everywhere.
Everywhere.
But at the end of the day, if you're like, okay, what did you bring into the property, like a direct measurable ROI,
Yeah.
you'll never be able to measure
Yeah.
that. And which again, all these resorts are measured and controlled by dinosaurs, bro.
Right.
Old motherfuckers.
Right.
So-
They're like, oh,
the
well,
Joe
what's the
Bidens.
ROI? What are we fucking? Why are we
Yeah.
paying these guys fucking X amount of dollars per month?
Right.
Oh my god.
Even though it's very minimal,
Right.
in retrospect. Like
Yeah.
I'm not fucking Kevin Hart. You're not paying me $1 million
Yeah.
a year.
You could.
but
Close.
still,
I'll suck anyone's dick for $1 million a year.
Sold Kevin Hart.
Sold, dude.
You've seen
Standing.
those movies.
standing.
I seen him. So that's what happened with
watched
the
the roast.
residency. We'll probably bring it. I'd like to bring it back at some
Yeah.
capacity, whether it's just the three of us. Because again, we were making money off our obviously the deal every
Yeah.
month, which was crazy. Sponsors every month, which crazy.
Mhm.
And then we're making money on Facebook Reels,
Yeah.
Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
Wow.
Just that view money just coming in.
Just
Bring it back.
crazy, you know.
So that's when you decided to open an ice cream shop.
well, the ice cream shop was already
Natural.
open. We were already open.
Oh, you were already done.
yeah. We were already open.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And that's was your dream.
No.
Where
Yeah,
the
so
name where the name
where
come
was
from?
sorry not sorry born
Because
out
I
of?
feel like you need to clear the air on
Yeah.
this
So
one.
there's
a rumor.
So there's a bunch of rumors. And
There are.
They're like people have came up and talked to me about it and like, oh my god, you called it sorry not sorry, ha ha ha. You and I was like, dude, like for the record, sorry not sorry is not a dig at my ex-business partner / ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
She also owns restaurants in Vegas that are pretty wildly successful. I
Yeah.
think she's huge on TikTok and social media. It's not a dig at her.
Yeah.
And a lot of people think it is for whatever reason.
Right.
But like a couple people were like, "Oh my god, it's sorry not sorry because your ex-girlfriend." Ha ha ha. I'm like, "No, bro, not at all. Sorry
Yeah.
not sorry. It's called sorry not sorry because I was also involved in a previous dessert concept who I won't name because they don't need to be named, but I'll name them. CJ's. Fuck CJ's.
Trash.
Yeah, absolute trash. It's only cool because all the cool menu items I developed and came up with. So I came on board with them initially as an Unlokt client. They came on board. And then I also let him know at the time, like, hey, I also have an idea for my own ice cream shop that I'm going to be opening. Just to let you know. So there's no like weird thing when I decide to open this. He's like, oh, okay, for sure. And as the months went by, you know, I blew them up. They had hit 10,000 followers, which is huge for a restaurant on Instagram at the time. He's like, hey, like, I know you want to do your own thing, but like, what if you like give me all those ideas and cool stuff and I'll like bring you on as a partner? And I was like, fuck, I don't know. Yeah, sounds kind of cool. I don't have to put in any money. I'll just start taking pretty much equity at like as soon as the ball drops. I said, okay, I don't want any equity. I'll just do 5% of gross starting now.
Yep.
And at the first couple months, it worked out in his favor because the sales were pretty much shit. And then I worked my magic, my unlocked magic, since I'm now a partner, and blew it up.
Yeah.
Blew it up. The revenue was very minimal. More than doubled the revenue after like the first 6 months.
Wow.
And then went from the 1 location to 4.
Did you rebrand? Like they rebranded too.
So kept the same name and brand, but I did all the new like cool cuts, the marketing.
Yeah, I was gonna say I remember that transition.
Yeah. That was all me. Yeah, all the cool
if you
cuts.
went there, you could see.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense though, because it was way more appealing, way more like, oh, what's that?
Yeah, cool. It's more social forward.
Totally.
It was just fucking cool for social media.
Yeah.
All the new items like the boba lattes, the spicy sandia, all the cereal soft serves, the cool cones, the quirky branding, the sayings, the social media. Obviously me. Yeah, so blew it up.
Rolls off
You're
your
so
tongue. How could you
insecure.
not, like,
Yeah.
You're so insecure. I hate it.
So
I mean,
crazy
really.
lines if you'd ever followed back in the day.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's not because of
No.
everyone knows what it was from.
Right.
And then COVID hit. I'm sorry, not COVID hit. This was right before COVID hit. End of 2019, the winter hit.
Yeah.
And obviously sales drop in the winter for an ice cream shop, obviously.
Yeah.
And then so he was paying me 5% per month with 4 stores, which was a lot of money, to be honest. 5% of gross for 4 stores. I mean, not a lot in retrospect. It was like $13,000 a month, which was still a lot.
That's a lot, yeah.
He was paying $2,000 a month for social media management.
Right.
To $13,000, but again,
he's doing well.
very well.
Yeah.
And again, that's
So
what we
it's-
agreed.
Yeah.
You looked a man in his eyes and agreed 5% of gross.
Did
But again, if it was 5% of $20,000 a month, I wouldn't be making what I was making.
Yeah.
And then he started falling behind on payments, which I thought was kind of weird. But I'm like I'm the biggest pushover when it comes to like business shit.
Aw.
Contrary to popular belief, when it comes to like the financials, the contractual agreements, I'm like the wildest, biggest pushover. My brother, on the other hand, who's my business partner and everything,
The muscle.
he's the man.
Yeah.
He's the
You
man
need one of
under
those.
everything. So I never got anything in writing from CJ's. It was
Okay.
just kind of like a handshake, which
Yep.
it was good for a moment. Like I was getting my 5% a month,
While it
sales
was
were
good.
booming, all is good. And then he started falling behind, and I hated asking for my money. And I even said like, hey, use all the money that you owe me, and we'll just open like more CJ's. Like I
Yeah.
don't need the money, you know. And then he hit me with the dreaded text. He was like, hey man, with the new year coming, January 1st, can we come to like a new agreement or a new deal or a different percentage or a flat fee? When he said flat fee, I was like,
No.
no way, bro. I just took you to fucking like the stars. You're in the
Right.
stars right
Yeah.
now, dude. You were in the goddamn gutter, dude. Now you're in the stars.
Yeah.
Right.
He's starting at third base. All he has to do is hit a single to make it home.
Yeah.
And he fucked it up. Obviously, I left because I got fucked over.
Yeah.
That's why it's called Sorry Not Sorry, for people that don't know. That's the
Now you know.
uncorporate meeting. But yeah, CJ's, he closed 2 of them. 2 of them already closed. He's still got 2 left.
Oh, it
It's on the
sucks.
downhill. Place is trash.
Thoughts and prayers.
And you just
Thoughts and
opened your
prayers.
and you just opened your
5th in 2 years. By the
Something
way,
light.
we do. I'm not. We do McDonald's numbers. If you Google,
That's
if you
wild.
Google the average revenue of the average McDonald's
Yeah.
per unit, I mean that's what our flagship
That's
Flamingo
fucking
does.
good.
last
Where
year.
does all this like I feel like you walk in and you already know. Like you just know things are gonna go well. Like I feel like you have this confidence in you. I don't know.
Do you want to know
all-
the answer?
I do. I want to
Okay.
know.
So I get asked a lot, and I know, and it's gonna come off wildly douchey.
You
but
get
I
asked
promise,
this a lot?
all the time.
Oh.
It's never ego when you already know the outcome. When I walk into a restaurant as like a client meeting, I already know whether we can turn them into fucking gold or it's going to die off as trash. Majority of restaurants in Vegas or in general are going to close within 3 years. That's just reality.
Right.
I know what it takes to make a successful restaurant, and it's not. Obviously, you have to have good food, good service, good operator. But I promise you, the biggest bottleneck that a lot of these restaurants are struggling is the marketing and branding.
Where does that come from? When you know, just know. Do you have like where do you have family in restaurant? Like no, you just know.
No, because
it's
Unlokt.
not like you were raised in a pizza shop.
Oh,
because
of Unlokt.
No. Just because the Unlokt the agency,
right.
I got so good at blowing up restaurants.
Yep, and eating
for
everywhere.
the past couple years,
yep.
and eating and seeing the social trends and kind of like why are some restaurants way more busier than others?
Wow.
Why more concepts fail than others? And that was kind of my specialty. And
Amazing.
I was like, look, ice cream is the way to go if you can brand it properly.
Yep.
Have very, very good product that you can't get anywhere else. CJ's run of the mill. It's Italian ice and soft
nice,
serve and like.
Sorry, not sorry. I'm not pumping your tires. Swear to God,
you can.
My children.
You can though.
It is the best ice cream I've ever had.
I know.
The best ice cream in America.
I know.
I
for a
need
reason.
to go try 100 other places.
It's by design.
But it's the best.
It's by design.
Makin literally. I'm not even joking. I think you come home with. He'll go and get some and come home with.
One day. I think I got more points than anybody.
You probably do. And pints. We have pints on pints on pints at our house. There was a point before he was like.
Oh yeah.
He would,
during COVID, when I was smoking weed, I was going to Sorry Not Sorry twice a week.
Pint. How many calories are in a pint?
No, I wouldn't crush
10,000.
No, not that many, but it's a lot. So it's
good. It's
high butter fat,
16 to 18% butter fat, which is the highest amount of butter fat you can. I don't want to say legally because like no one's gonna come arrest you.
Yeah,
but legally,
legally.
Another HR question.
In ice cream, before any higher, you technically have to call it custard.
Yeah.
But with that high butter fat and low overrun, so overrun is the amount of air that's let into the product. Yep. So like supermarket ice cream, it's like some of it's like 30 to 50% air.
Yeah, like Ben and Jerry's.
Yeah, so like when you scoop into it, you can kind of see like the air pockets.
Right.
Not bad, but it's just that's the overrun, which you're just pumping air into the product to make it just it weighs less, so it's easier to ship, it's cheaper to ship, all that shit. For us, it's
dense.
High butter fat, low overrun. It's wildly thick, wildly dense, wildly heavy. It's a heavy mouthfeel. It's like almost like rubbery. If you lift it, it's like
told her one time,
like a cheese pull.
Swear to God, when I OG butter cake my first bite, I go, this is not ice cream. This is like the best mozzarella cheese I've ever had.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like you're pulling apart a fucking cheese wheel.
So as much as we love that, and it's literally the best, believe it or not, there's some people that hate it.
Really?
I swear.
They need to fix their taste
it's
buds.
crazy. It's fucking crazy to me.
Go have.
So yeah, so like.
But you have everything. You don't just have you have vegan ones that are not as. I feel like not all of them are that heavy.
No.
Though.
No. So like the cheesecake bases, which is the butter cake, the bumbleberry cheesecake, those are obviously the thickest.
Yeah.
That's why they're always a little more soft when you scoop them or get them in the shop, just because they don't freeze.
Right.
Because there's so much fat content. It's just sitting in a fucking
crazy.
sitting in a fucking bucket,
it's
dude.
like,
You can't even freeze it.
It's like me in a cold plunge.
Yeah, it won't freeze, man. You know, this shit won't fucking freeze, dude.
Too much butter fat.
I got a goddamn my dipping cabinet's 5 degrees,
from my
dude,
chest.
and it won't freeze. But yeah, so I mean, we built that by design, though. Like I wanted to use that. So I fell in love going to all these other markets and cities and trying ice cream. Like I love Van Leeuwen, I love Jenny's, Salt and Straw, Wanderlust. Like I'm just a fan of like good quality ice cream.
Yeah.
Vegas didn't have that.
Right? No, yeah.
And I always wondered like because like Vegas has like Baskin Robbins and Handles and all these other franchises from other markets, and it's different. They suck. Right. And you never know good ice cream until you have good ice cream next to shitty ice cream.
Yeah.
Because you think, it's just ice cream. Like even shitty ice cream is good ice cream. Like thrifty ice cream is still good ice cream until you have like a really good ice cream next to thrifty. And you're like, okay, there's the difference.
Right.
Yeah.
So I figured out why everyone's ice cream that makes good ice cream is good ice cream. And it's the dairy. It's the milk that they use. So I found out, like why Salt and Straw or Jenny's or Van Leeuwen, why is it so good? You have to use good milk. So we get our dairy from the best dairy farm in the entire United States, Scott Brothers Dairy.
Wow.
Salt and Straw uses the same dairy, Van Leeuwen, everyone.
Shout out to Scott Brothers.
Yeah, Scott Brothers. It's a 110-year-old dairy farm, Chino Hills, California. They free range cows in beautiful Southern California sunshine. It's not Anderson Dairy where they're knee deep in shit in the desert out here, you know.
And
there's a difference in the taste of the milk. It's a little sweeter, you know. It's all hormone free, and it makes a difference in the ice cream. So, and we bake everything in house to mix in. We bake all the cookies, the cakes, the brownies. The only thing we don't make is the Oreo, just because the Oreo is perfect as is.
Yeah.
Believe me, we fucking tried though.
Yeah,
we'll fucking
I'm sure
try.
you did.
It just does. It's not the same.
That's amazing.
So that's our sorry not sorry story. Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's where the fucking name came from.
Okay, thank you.
It's
Just
not
to
over some
clarify.
other weird petty shit. Which, by the way, I'm Captain Petty. I am the biggest, most petty motherfucker in the world.
Yeah.
They're still smoking the streets. Trust me.
Yeah.
But that's not where the name came
Yeah.
from.
Well,
No.
thank you for clarifying. We
There it
appreciate
is.
you on that.
You're welcome.
But it don't stop there. Well, first, this is the number 5 opening this week?
Yeah. So we just
5, bro.
opened
That's crazy.
Cerritos, California, maybe a
Holy
month
shit.
ago, which was wild.
Just
It's our first out of market location.
Yeah,
which,
just
by the way,
get-
people are like, "Oh, that's never gonna work."
multi-state.
Yeah, and it's
Something
crushing.
light.
And then we'll launch number 5 tomorrow.
Is that your dream to like? Do you want Sorry Not Sorry in a supermarket, or is it strictly freestanding? Like
Great question.
suck dick for anything? I'm referring
So-
to the $1 million dick sucking comment
Yeah, so
earlier.
battling for supermarket shelf space, I don't know if you know, but it's like
I don't.
It's like a wild competition
Yeah.
to like fight for that space.
Yeah.
You'll get a test run, a test trial. They'll give you a trial run to see if you can even like stand in the supermarket. If your shit doesn't move, then you'll never get another shot.
Right.
Yeah.
So you have to have like a wildly huge solidified brand to even attempt to go in the supermarket.
Okay.
The big ice cream company that's in the supermarket that's really good is not all of them, but like Jenny's and Van Leeuwen are in like Whole Foods.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so like those are so Van Leeuwen is my personal favorite ice cream. If you guys have ever tried it,
Yeah.
very good ice cream.
I don't think I've had.
I like
Um,
Jenny's. Van Leeuwen's good, though.
Jenny's is good too. Jenny's is really good too. Van Leeuwen's probably my favorite just because it's
Mhm.
also
I think,
super high.
I think they got good stuff. I don't know where they get the same dairy and shit.
Yeah,
But like Jenny's is pretty creative. I like.
yeah. Jenny's is wildly good.
Yeah.
She's got a really good story too.
Oh, does she?
Shout
out to Jenny.
Yeah, shout out to Jenny. But yeah, my goal would absolutely be able to put Sorry Not Sorry in the supermarket.
Oh, really?
yeah.
Okay, I was wondering.
Yeah, yeah. But again, you need a whole new facility for that. It's got to be a whole nother
No air.
approval process for that.
Can't do it here. It's way too hot.
You could. It would just cost a ungodly amount of money.
You have to
Oh,
do
yeah?
it in
Yeah, and then you have to
City
have
National.
certain machines and stuff to like
Yeah.
pack the pints, and then you can't do like super crazy flavors in the pints because they're all done
Right.
by machine.
Right.
Like you can't do any crazy like ribbons or chopped up pieces of
Yeah, yeah.
brownie. Like it's got to be like pretty elementary if
Interesting.
that makes sense. So if you see like any like Jenny's or
Yeah.
Van Leeuwen flavors in the supermarkets, it's not their whole menu. It's like
Mm,
some of the dumbed down flavors that they can make in those supermarket
that's crazy.
packed pints.
It's amazing. But Vegas is a great place for ice cream. And you only have like 2 bad months out of the year where you like don't want to have ice cream.
Yeah, so
But typically,
yeah, obviously January is obviously slow because it's fucking
but
freezing.
you have line. They have.
Dude, I swear to God, I went there. It was a Sunday night.
Yeah.
11 o'clock. I was getting ready to smoke when I was smoking 2 years ago all the time. I'm like, we need Sorry Not Sorry. Went 11, what did I say, 11 o'clock? It was
Yeah.
after 10 o'clock.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
Sure. Raining. There's 8 people lined up outside. Whole line inside. I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, it is good.
Putting nose beers in ice
I know,
cream. You know
nose-
what I mean?
Nose beers, not beards.
No beers, nose beers.
No beards and nose
Uh,
beers.
Yeah, so I mean, we're wildly blessed. Obviously, we have kind of like the full like everything. Oh my god,
I feel like you should have Makin do a beer ice cream. You guys
Pairing.
should collab on that.
So I want to do.
I just thought of that
for
just now.
The winter series coming up. I know we're like wildly ahead, but I want to do like a cool like stout flavor.
Yeah.
Ooh,
So if you can give me like a stout
you a plug, yeah.
recommendation,
I got your idea.
Just a little like boy date.
Could do that. Do a little tasting.
little Mackins munchies or something. Or
Your
could.
favorite
I don't
place,
know.
hands down, to eat.
Speaking of which, my favorite foodie on TikTok
oh.
went to Sorry Not Sorry yesterday. I don't even know if you saw it yet.
No.
Dude is, I want to say it's Hungry for Munchies.
Did he like
Crazy
it?
looking
Did he
dude.
like it?
No, he loved it. He went to downtown
Oh,
yesterday. He loved
downtown,
it.
the one that we only have like 7 flavors.
I was surprised too. I mean, he's not a local. That's
Okay,
fine.
got it.
But he loved it.
Did you love it?
I'll send it to you afterwards. But he's
I
like
know who
my
you're
fa-
talking about.
Yeah,
Did he give
crazy
me a
looking dude.
goddamn? Did he give me a
Yes.
goddamn?
Yeah, him.
Okay, all right.
Face
Because I'll
tattoos.
DM that motherfucker.
Yes.
I know who you're talking about with
Yes.
the jewels in his teeth.
Yes.
Yeah,
him.
yeah. He doesn't
My
want
favorite.
smoke. I promise.
He's been in Vegas like the last month.
Yeah, I've seen him.
Oh.
I've been waiting. By
Yeah.
the way, I've been waiting. So
And he
liked
loved it?
Oh, he loved it. Yeah.
Okay,
That's
cool,
great.
cool,
What did he have?
He had the Basque one.
Okay,
It's
that's a
only
downtown exclusive.
only. Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I
blackberry
need to drive
Basque
down
cake.
there for you.
I know.
And it's a blackberry Basque. Do you guys know the history of that?
No?
I know because I'm a nerd and I suck your dick.
Yeah,
all the
so
time.
obviously,
I suck your dick.
yeah, obviously born and raised in
Maybe you
Vegas.
guys shouldn't have a boy
till-
date.
the way he gives it's going to be the nerdiest, most locally influenced answer you've ever heard on an ice cream.
Yes.
Okay, I
So
want to hear it now.
we wanted to create a downtown exclusive flavor just to kind of like launch the location, bring some exclusiveness to that location. So I was like, okay, it has to be like a Nevada themed flavor though. So
Yeah.
Ryan Doherty, who owns We All Scream, Commonwealth, Park on Fremont, the whole fucking Fremont East District.
Yeah.
He's also a huge fanatic of Sorry Not Sorry and Las Vegas in general. He's like, dude, let's do a fucking Las Vegas, Nevada themed flavor for We All Scream. I was like, yeah,
Okay.
dude, let's fucking do it. Let me do some research. And we're like collabing back and forth. He was like, dude, did you know Nevada's like one of the largest producers of blackberries? And I'm like, no. So
Wow.
where the fuck is that written? And he sent me all these articles, and I was like, okay, not Vegas,
Right.
Northern Nevada.
Okay, so Nevada. the
Northern
state.
Northern Nevada, going into
Basically Idaho.
a little piece of California. Apparently, that climate is
Okay.
like the best for growing blackberries and
Wow.
harvesting blackberries. Basque cake, on the other hand, when Nevada was originally early settled, the French were some of the first to settle separate from
Well,
the
you're getting a
Paiute Indian
history
tribe.
lesson here. This is
Separate
more
from the
than I
Paiute
learned.
Indian tribe. I don't want to get
Yes.
canceled. They were the first settlers, obviously, but the first Anglo-Saxon white settlers
Yeah.
Yep.
were some of the French people from the Basque region of France.
Never heard.
And
this.
with them, when they were traveling, they obviously brought their Basque cake, their French Basque cake, to eat.
Yep.
And that was one of the most popular desserts in Nevada. It's actually the official dessert of Nevada was Basque cake. So I was like,
How
oh my
the fuck did you get there?
I've-
though?
I
what
was
did you do?
not
you
born
ju-
here, but we were all raised here.
But-
No one grew up here knowing any of this
what
shit.
did,
Yeah.
But how did you get there? Did you just say you go? Okay, what cake is like? You said blackberries, but where
Blackberry.
did you get?
The French people, Basque cake.
I know.
yeah,
but,
yeah, yeah. They're
but-
from the Basque region of France, and they brought with
But
them
how
Basque
did
cake.
you pit rabbit hole to that though? From
Oh, I
asked
think
you
of
about
all
the
the
flavor.
names. Yeah.
oh
all
no
the Sorry Not Sorry
Basque
stuff.
cake is different than blackberries. Am I fucking dumb here?
Blackberry Basque cake.
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
yeah. Blackberry
okay,
Basque
sorry.
cake. Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah. It's
see,
one flavor.
fucking,
It's
I'll
one
sit
flavor.
down,
yeah, yeah,
shut
yeah,
up
It's
now.
one of the- you should try it. You should go.
We should. I've
venture
never.
down.
downtown to Crack Alley, East
pull up.
Fremont.
I love for downtown.
You drive, I'll get out.
Perfect.
Yeah, just call someone by
Perfect.
the window and get it. So that's
There
how
we go.
Blackberry Basque cake was born, and it's
Amazing.
actually it's almost it's similar to the Bumbleberry, which you know Bumbleberry.
Oh,
That's his favorite.
It's very
way
good.
too well.
The only difference is it's not a cheesecake base,
Oh.
and then instead of the graham crumble, there's it's kind of like butter cake, but it's Basque cake in there
So it's
Oh,
like OG butter cake
with
and
a blackberry
blackberry.
swirl.
Oh, my two favorites combined.
we'll drive down there. Maybe we have to
It's-
drive before we
it's
go
pretty
home.
fucking
what time do
crazy.
they close?
Midnight.
Oh, we got
Amazing.
time.
Yeah.
Amazing.
But we're not stopping at ice cream.
No.
What's up next?
So during COVID, everyone was fucking obviously consuming content. I was nonstop consuming tons of content, tons of porn,
I know.
tons of. I said that's so serious. Also, not joking. Allegedly.
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 I'll get you off porn one day. It'll be
Yeah.
good for you.
Yeah. Oh, we talked about that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good for you.
Yeah. I'm known to go down, sneak away, cut a little stroke, whatever, dude. Fucking
No,
sue-
not judging. I'm just
yeah,
saying.
fucking sue me, dude. You know what I mean?
You're fine.
I'm not
No
suing you for
judgment.
that.
No judgment. Get very creative ideas from those videos.
Yeah. So yeah. So I was consuming a ton of content, food content, obviously, and then the smash burgers were like really popping up, popular. Everyone was doing pop-ups because restaurants were closing down. And I was like, wait a minute, I have a flat top at my house. Let me see if I can like make these burgers good. Made them. Obviously, they were phenomenal.
Duh.
Started making them for all my friends and family that would come over and like, dude, these burgers are fucking really good. And I was like, really though? Are you just kind of saying that? Or are they really good? And like, they're really good. And I pretty much perfected the style and concept of making this. I started grinding my own meat in-house.
Wow.
Using Martin's potato rolls, like making my own pickles and sauces.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
And everyone was like, dude, like, you need to do something with this. And I was like, yeah, okay, for sure. Whatever. And then open up Sorry Not Sorry. That kind of took off. And then luckily, Sorry Not Sorry is kind of self-sustaining now to where we can focus on other stuff. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's do the burgers.
Amazing.
Let's sign a fucking lease. Let's sign our life away.
Oh
Let's
my
personal
God.
guarantee it. Let's put in a whole bunch of other, much more money, like idiots, and open it up. And we just signed the lease. So With Love Always is the name of the
Oh,
concept.
I love it.
Let's go.
All of our concepts are like you would never know. Like Sorry Not Sorry
right.
is like, but the thing is with me is the goal is to build brands solidified around these cool names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To where when someone says, "Oh, I'm going to Sorry Not Sorry," you know that's ice cream.
right.
Even though Sorry Not Sorry technically doesn't have ice cream in it.
Yeah,
at all.
no.
Right.
So With Love Always will be the same thing.
I love that.
The branding for this one is so cute too.
Well, that's
I'm
Vegas,
already intrigued.
that's what you've seen though. We're getting a whole new rebrand
Oh, okay.
from a big designer here in Vegas
Love
who's
it.
designed all this shit.
Oh,
He's fire. Yeah, Blaze is
Go get your
fucking
merch.
amazing.
Oh, wow, I
Blaze
can't
is amazing.
wait.
So we're gonna do obviously burgers, couple styles of burgers, obviously fries, beer, and then one
Ooh.
thing I'm super excited for, which no one's done, champagne.
Ooh.
I was telling you we need to switch to champagne.
I'm telling you right now,
Champagne boys.
champs and cheesies,
Ooh.
bottles and bergs. I've been
Are you gonna do
I've been
pairings?
sucking dick to
I
launch
hope
that.
you do
Sold.
pairings.
Yeah.
That sounds
Yeah,
amazing.
just because the bubbliness and the tannin, the dryness of the champagne cuts through the fat and the acidity of the burgers.
Wow.
Champs and cheesies.
Sign me up.
Come on.
I'm
and
already
just
seeing
absolute
brunch.
hood rat, gangster West Coast rap.
This like
Oh
3
my
months,
God.
6 months, a year. What were
So
we
the
thinking?
space is technically already done. Everything's already
Damn.
done. We're just gonna do some slight remodel. Obviously, bring up the speed. Cool neons.
Nice.
Get in there. Hopefully 3 months.
Let's go. That's what you told Centennial last time.
I don't want to
gonna
say
be out
it's
here
been a
right-
year and 5 months for
They're going to be
Centennial,
out here rioting this week, but I'm
but it
glad.
opens tomorrow.
Let's go.
We're ready.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And you're here tonight with us.
Well,
Bang.
I loved it. Yeah, when you guys told me, hey, one huge problem.
One.
Yeah.
Aaron fucked up the audio. And I said, dude, I
No, he
fucking
did
knew.
not.
And I said, you know what? That's karma, dude, for ghosting me on that
He
shit.
ghosted you.
It's
I
all
said,
right.
that's what happens, dude. That's what you get.
Oh, what a flex, though,
But
on
all,
Aaron's
God's
end.
plan. Shout out to Drake. No Diddy.
God's plan.
Hey, Kendrick won the battle, though.
Yeah, so last time I
Here
ran
we
through like
go.
all these rapid fire questions.
yeah,
Not gonna
yeah,
do
yeah.
it tonight.
Okay.
Not doing the same shit again. But last time we asked like of the big three. This was a month ago. Drake, J. Cole, Kendrick. I think everybody's answers are changing right now.
Well, I mean, so I have a couple different reasonings. I'm a huge hip hop fanatic.
Okay.
Wild hip hop head. Between the three, who's my favorite? If I had to listen to one forever? Obviously,
tough
obviously the
question.
answer is Drake.
Yeah.
Like, not even fucking
Listenability,
close.
you can't.
Champagne
yes.
poppies.
Now here's
The champagne idea is starting to come through.
now he for sure lost the battle,
Yep.
but Drake is undefeated. You can't
Yeah.
beat Drake in any sense. He's
Okay.
you're just not gonna win. He's gonna
Yeah.
beat you in club bangers. He's got more money than you. He's got more bitches than you.
Yeah.
Like you can't beat Drake. Yeah, you can out rap Drake for sure.
Yep.
Pusha T out rapped.
Yep.
Are we getting like hip hop nerd right now?
We
Yep.
could.
Is this a hip hop podcast? Because I can turn it into
Clips is my favorite artist of all time.
one. Oh,
Mr. Me Too.
come on,
Grinding.
Malice and
I'll
Pusha.
get the pencils out right now.
So Pusha T bodied Drake.
Yes.
Like wildly bodied Drake, but
Yes.
Drake was undefeated. Like you're
Yeah.
not like look at Drake. It didn't hurt Drake at all. This Kendrick and Drake thing is not gonna hurt Drake at
I
all.
don't know.
Now, if the pedophile kitty shit comes to light, Drake is screwed.
I mean, that's all that people are saying right now, and nobody's coming to Drake's defense.
The wild thing is though, even if you can't prove it, it was still hit so hard. Like, what are you gonna? You're like, I'm not a pedophile. Like, you can't defend it.
Yeah.
You know, you
Yeah.
just
True.
gotta let it blow over.
It starts playing in the car. Like, I like this song. Wait, no, I don't like this
Yeah,
song.
and again, I love J. Cole, but it's like never once have I been like, yo, put the new fucking J. Cole on.
Yeah,
Never once.
true.
Never once. I mean, I'm still.
I was Team Drake before. I don't think I am anymore. But you're same stance.
He's
Like
you can't beat him.
listenability,
You can't beat him.
like his catalog. You can't beat that.
You're not beating Drake.
Okay,
I still rather listen to Young Jeezy or Kanye.
Kanye all day.
Old Young Jeezy is like my fucking favorite.
I'm not a big Atlanta guy, but I see where you're coming from.
I don't give a fuck about Atlanta. It's more the cocaine references for me.
There you go. There it is.
I'm just kidding.
That champagne and cocaine thing.
dude.
I feel like we should put a invite out to Drake to come to your opening when you do the
Oh.
champagne and burger.
Yeah, and that's that Sorry Not Sorry. There's a little Drake in the picture frame eating ice cream. I don't know if anyone's ever caught
I didn't
that.
notice that.
What?
Yeah, if you go to Flamingo, you know that picture of Drake eating ice cream as a kid?
I have to think about
I
it.
haven't seen
So
it.
it's
No.
up, it's on the shelving. It's a picture of Drake
Okay.
eating ice cream
No
as a little
way.
kid. That's Drake. Everyone's like, oh my God, who is this one of the owners? And I'm like, bro, that's fucking
That's
Drake.
Drake.
Mm,
So
That's
funny
amazing.
story about that. Do you guys know DJ Franzen
yes.
in Vegas?
Brandalay Bay.
Yeah, obviously very close with Drake.
Yes.
Very close with all these rappers.
Filipino culture.
Yeah, Franzen came into Sorry Not Sorry and did
Uh-huh.
like a cool YouTube video with my boy.
Yeah.
I met him. We hung out. He loved the ice cream, obviously.
Duh.
And then I showed him the fucking Drake picture. And Franzen obviously is really close with Drake.
Yep.
Franzen put it on his story and tagged Drake. And Drake liked his story
It
Wow.
was like a model video.
and replied. It was
Did
like
he
the
really?
coolest shit ever. Yeah. The coolest
That's-
shit ever.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's like my one claim to fame.
Shout out to Franzen.
One
out to Franzen.
claim to fame.
In the Bay
I think you
Area.
have a lot of claims
Drake
to
liked
fame.
my boy's story of my picture in my ice cream shop of Drake as a child.
So is that like one person you'd love to meet?
Drake?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is like we're all the same age, so it's like
Don't meet your heroes?
It's wildly weird. Like,
Yeah.
oh, what's up, your dog? I love your
Yeah.
music.
That's why
It's
people are
weird.
hating on him. He's a 37-year-old dude like us,
Yeah,
acting like he's the
way
19-year-old
more money,
kids.
way more bitches, way more hits.
Not like us,
Yeah.
actually.
like you know what I mean. What are we doing? What am I doing? Sell ice
you
cream.
are work really hard. You're like,
allegedly.
I feel like you just like, it's impressive.
It is.
You don't get that shit done being lazy.
So I'll be wildly transparent with you guys. There's an entire team with
Oh,
all
yeah.
this too, though. You know, like you need a team.
Yeah,
to
but
do
you
all
still have,
this.
you don't stop. Like you've realized, you've noticed. Sorry,
You're
not
not
sorry.
sitting on your ass all day.
Yeah, sorry's not sorry.
Some
Sorry, not
days.
sorry's holding itself, and you're already on to the next thing. Like
Yeah.
just building your brand, building your businesses.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
amazing,
yeah.
and you clearly have a very strong connection to it. It's like very, like you're making burgers in your backyard for your family, and then you're like, okay, I'm doing it.
Yeah,
I'm-
like I learned how to make ice cream.
Yeah.
I test some of the smaller, cool, complex flavors
Yeah.
at my house. I have a little like 6-quart Cuisinart on the
Wow.
countertop that I'll make ice cream with, just to test flavor profiles, see if they
Send me
even work.
your overrun.
Yeah, and if they drop a couple overruns in my mouth, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Put a little extra, little butter
you can
fats
do
in my
that
mouth.
for me. There you go.
And
You
yeah,
guys-
so I'll make everything, you know, and I'll do the burgers. and
Amazing.
I'll be wildly involved early in that, so it's just like my thing.
I feel like it's like therapy cooking.
it is.
I love cooking.
You could throw down too.
I love to cook. I did want to ask you though, your favorite place to eat.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
That's okay. He interrupted me, not you.
Wow. Okay.
Usually.
Fuck you, Mac.
Fuck
Sorry.
you, Mackin.
I'm used to it.
Okay, so it's kind of boring, not boring, but it's like Carolyn and I's favorite date night spot. It's called Herbs and Rye in
Yeah.
Vegas. And it's just like we go early. I don't make I know Nick Tolley very well. He was on our podcast in the early days, and he gave me his number, and he said, anytime you need a reservation, because it used to be wildly hard to get a reservation
Yeah,
at Herbs
yeah.
and Rye during prime dinner time. It's like, you fucking text me, I'll get you a table. I've
Aw.
only used it once, and it wasn't even for my fucking dinner. It was for a
Oh.
friend's dinner in town.
What a good friend.
It was, and he asked for, hey, can I get a table at Herbs and Rye on Friday at 7 p.m.? I was like,
Oh
you
my God.
fucking cocksucker.
It was a
And
table
I
at 8.
asked, it was like 6.
Yeah.
They're
And
opening another
he made it happen.
restaurant, Herbs and Rye.
yeah, they're fucking crushing it, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
3.
It's a breakfast
yeah,
one,
but they're
right?
opening a new
No,
one.
they opened a breakfast one already.
Oh,
There's
that's
one
right.
They're
more
opening
that's
a
opening.
lunch one, like a
Yeah.
lunch concept.
I just saw that.
It's
I was
called
so
Middle
excited.
Child.
Yes.
That's the one, yes.
Fire,
did-
dude. Fire.
What
It
is?
opened?
Do you know the
No, not yet.
concept
No,
or
not yet.
anything? What they're doing?
It's gonna be like a midday lunch breakfast concept.
Okay,
Like
nice.
the power lunch concept. I'm sure they'll transition
I'm
to
very
dinner
excited
too.
about
Yeah,
that.
it'll be really cool. They do.
We
the
love-
whole
Like a
team does a
Triple
really
George,
good job.
but 10 times better.
I would fucking love that. Triple George sucks.
Yes.
But yeah, so Herbs and Rye for sure.
Herbs
We
and Rye.
go, we sit at the bar, have cocktails, talk to the bartenders,
Yeah.
amazing steak, good appetizers. The
Yeah.
spicy mussels is phenomenal. Carolyn
Mussels
fucking
never
jerk me
fail.
off. You know, it's all good. It's nice and dark in there, and then we go at 5. By the
Mhm.
way,
Yeah.
Like, we
Early
go
bird
soon.
special.
Yeah, we go as soon as it opens, and then get a
Smart.
couple cocktails.
I thought you said. I do remember the last time In-N-Out Burger, and I was completely shocked by that.
About what?
That you love In-N-Out Burger.
I'm an In-N-Out sluts.
You. That is. What do you order?
It's undefeated.
Like my
What's
order
your
right
go-to?
now.
Yeah,
It's a little complex. Are you ready?
I would
Like
love
if you're
to hear.
going there now tonight, what do you get?
Take notes. Take notes. Take notes.
I'm gonna write it down.
I'm gonna wall up. I'm up in the drive-through.
Yes.
By the way, you eat it there or in your car. There's no
Okay.
taking in
Don't
and out.
bring it home.
There's no taking in and out home.
Yeah, the
Like
fries
you take
are
it
too
home,
cold.
fuck off. Like fuck
Yeah.
you.
Okay.
Fuck you if you take it home. All right.
Okay.
You're not wrapping it up.
Bring-
Would you like to eat this in the car? Yeah, bitch.
Yes.
Don't
I
put it in no
cannot wait.
plastic, in no paper
Box
bag.
open.
Yeah, box open, bitch.
Okay.
I want to see the lettuce, tomatoes, and cheese
Yeah,
on
I
that
want him to
shit.
smile at me when
So I walk up in the.
Okay.
Drive up in the drive-through. Oh, hey, welcome to In-N-Out. How are you doing? They always ask how you're doing today.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I'm fucking phenomenal. How
I'm
are you
here.
doing today?
Way better now.
Always throw
Shit.
back that. How are you? They
Yeah.
love
Yeah.
that. What can I get for you today? I'm like, okay. Are you ready?
Are you listening?
I tell them, may I please have a 3x3 animal style with grilled whole onions,
Whole
not the
onions.
chopped onions,
yeah.
bun extra toasted, add chopped chilies, fries well done,
Yep.
Yeah.
and I'm gonna give you the best drink of all time, In-N-Out Burger, Barks root beer.
Oh,
Really?
That's it. That's the one. That's
that's
the
an
one.
order though.
a
the
3x3.
one.
That order
Oh
don't
yeah,
miss.
yeah, yeah, yeah. yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
I
yeah,
can
yeah.
handle it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's not a
I just
4x4.
can't believe
4x4 gets a little aggressive, a little messy, still attainable,
Yeah.
doable. Not my favorite.
We're not judging
the
here.
3x3, just a great meat to bun ratio. That tongue to bun just hits a
Yeah.
tongue to bun. It's just oof.
Just the fake cheese.
You're
is so
definitely not
good.
having a man
Fake
date
cheese
with
is
him.
phenomenal. The American
Tongue to
cheese,
buns.
that's the best cheese for a burger.
Yeah.
With the cheese paper, oh my god, unwrap that bitch and just
You eat the
Oh
paper?
my God.
pull the panties. You know what I mean?
I can't.
Like it's not.
I can't wait to see what
Yeah.
category of porn you watch. Foodies,
In and out only.
in and out buns, licking buns,
Little food fest.
cheese.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, whatever.
Category.
It's casual.
Oh, dude.
It's casual.
Oh my God, you're the best.
You're the best, man. Thank you again for coming.
Seriously.
I'm hanging out. How's the audio, Aaron?
Yeah.
Way
What if he
better.
was just sweating
think
this
you
whole
look
time,
prettier.
not realizing it?
I think you look prettier this time. Than
I
you
look better
did
on this
last
episode?
time.
Hey,
Yeah.
if that's the case, then fuck it.
Guys out,
I'll
guys
come
out.
once a week, dude. Fuck it.
Yeah, I
Send
love
it.
it.
Residency is now hosted here. I will not pay you nearly as much as MGM.
Yeah, we can't. We'll pay you Fiji and beer.
Yeah.
Doable. and nines only.
Yeah.
Mine's only.
There it is.
Thank you, dude. We appreciate you coming again. Go to Sorry Not Sorry. Go to fucking Eat with Love Always when it comes out in a few months. Buy everything this man sells. It's true. It's good shit.
It's amazing.
I love you guys. Thank you
Love
guys.
you.
You're the best.
Thank
Boom.
you.
Bang.